Hey guys, here is me wrapping the resistance band over and through itself over the bar on the squat rack, and I'm getting ready to do my squat warm-ups. So I have my hip circle on hand at all times, and I do a few walks, X walks, and side to side, front and back with the hip circle, and this helps get the hips warm. It helps get some blood flow to the glutes, and it's just pretty standard. Gets the bottom half of your body warmed up. You can also do this with the resistance band, just double loop it and you're good to go. But I have the hip circles, pretty cheap. I think I got it from Rogue Fitness. And here I'm doing some air squats with the band right underneath my knee. Some people do full range of motion squats. Some people get under the bar and do some squats. Do whatever works for you. And then I'm also doing some kickbacks, and then I kick to the side and to the front. What you can also do instead of these with the hip circle is leg swings. That's another one that I usually do before squat sessions. So I would lean it up against something and I would do a few kicks back and a few kicks to the side. These help to get the abductors going. So I just do about anywhere from 5 to 10 on each side and switch. And then once I'm done, I get right inside the resistance band here. Now you can use a resistance band with higher resistance. I'm using the blue one here, but I think the green Rogue Fitness band would be a little bit better. Doesn't really provide much resistance here, but I get into the bottom of a squat and I spread my knees apart with my elbows and I rock back and forth. Now this is really good for ankle mobility. I posted a picture of this, but if you notice, I'm slightly leaning to one side, holding it for a few seconds, and then leaning to the other side and holding it for another few seconds. Once I'm ready to switch, I turn around and leave the band around my hips and I squat back down, and I do the same thing on this side. I actually usually do this inside the cage rather than outside, because as you go pull the bar away from the rack, you don't want it to fly off because there's no weight on the bar. If you can see, if I was facing the other direction, it would be a lot better. It would have the bar leaning against the rack and not out of the rack, so it's a little bit safer. Switched here again. I brought one leg out and I'm keeping one leg in, and I'm holding on to the band so that it doesn't slip out of place, and that kind of helps pull against you so that you could lean in the opposite direction and get a little bit better of a stretch. And I do the same thing on the other side. Take one leg out, keep the other leg in. Once I'm done, I'm just going to unloop the band from the bar, and I'm going to use it to stretch out my upper body. I always stretch out my upper body before I squat, because the way I set up under the bar, I need to be really tight with my upper body, and I don't want to pull or strain anything. Sometimes you get a little strain in your rhomboid or your traps, and you can reduce this by stretching everything out first. I do a little bit of a stretch, touch my toes. I also really like to grab a little bit closer in on the band. You'll see me switch my grip right now. I grab a little bit closer in just to get more resistance, and then bring it down to where the bar might be on my back, and this is just to practice getting into that low bar position and staying really tight, and it helps stretch the chest out as well. The rest of the stretches that I'm doing here are to stretch just various parts of my legs or of my back that still feel tight. So just do whatever makes you guys feel good. Hopefully this gives you a few ideas you can add to your warm-up routine. And if you guys have anything else that you guys recommend, leave it in a comment below. And if you guys try something here, let me know how you like it. All right, bye.